Good morning, welcome to Gentle Fit with Valerie. Thanks again for joining me today. Hope you're enjoying the session so far, and don't forget that you can always go back to view some of our previous videos that we've posted along the way. You can watch them, pause them, repeat, the cardio section twice to get closer to your 10 minutes of cardio. You can do all of that, okay? Let's start with our warm-up. Today we're going to be using the elastic band if you have one for the strength component. If not, a lot of the exercise can also be done with hand weights or without any weights at all. Let's start with neck rotation. So chin comes to one side, slowly rotating over to the other side. You notice sometimes that it seems like your neck was rotating a little bit more than it used to at this moment. I see it a lot in the clients that I see on a day-to-day basis. So very important to keep your range of motion within an as normal limit as possible. This is how you do your shoulder check when you're driving. One more each side. Come to center. We're going to do moving forward a bit on your chair. You're going to bend forward at the hips, reach and lean back, pull back. Reach forward, breathe out, pull in and breathe in. Warming up the spine, the chest, the shoulders. One more. And release. Grabbing onto your elbows, breathing in, circle up. Breathing out, circling down. Really trying to make your circle as big as possible. One more, and on your next breath in, you're going to switch direction. Last one. Great. You're going to put your hands on your hips. Make sure you have a bit of space between your back and the back of your chair, so scoot forward a bit if you need to. We're doing trunk rotation, so come forward, to the side, and back. Breathe in on the way back. Breathing out, squeezing the air out. Next breath in, switch direction. Last one. Back to center. Oh, I love this one. In and out of the tub or in and out of the car, lifting your knee up, stepping over and down, up and center. Last one. Other side. Up and out. Up and in. Last one. Whew, that's a good one for the hips. I feel that one. We're going to move on to our heel digs. So touching the heel forward and back, straightening the leg as you touch the heel forward, bending the knees as you bring it back. One more each side. Moving on to our cardio segment. Stand up for a bit to challenge yourself if you normally sit. Otherwise, stay seated and I will give you options. We start with our marching. So holding onto the chair. If you need the support for your balance, be safe always. Let's bend those elbows. Take a break if you need to. Stop moving the arms if doing both is too much. Do your pursed lip breathing to control your breathing rate. Breath out slightly longer than your breath in. Almost there. 3, 2, and we stop. Feet wider than your hips. Small bend in the knees, working the strength in your thighs. We're climbing the ladder, reaching up, one rung at a time. Of course, the faster you climb, the more cardio you're getting. Pace yourself. Pacing is so important, especially for those with COPD. You know yourself, you tend to get short of breath because you are rushing. You need to slow it down. Break down your task into smaller sections that are manageable. That way you'll get more done and you'll be less tired overall. It pays off, but we forget. I get it. If the legs get tired, you can straighten up. Almost there. 3, 2, last one. Woo! It's a good thing we don't have to climb down now. Shake the legs. Turn sideways to your chair, holding on We're doing high knees. Try to bring your knees to hip height if possible. In the chair, you're going to go a little bit higher than you're marching. One more each side. Great. Face your chair. We're doing side to side. If you're sitting, you're going to open, touch to the side, back to center, alternating each side. If we're standing, we're going to open wide, bring the feet together, and alternate that way. Let's try a little bit of a different motion with the arms. You're going to bring one arm out to the side, the other hand to the opposite shoulder, and you're going to switch. Whoa, the coordination needed, eh? It looks beautiful though. Again, if you need to hold on to the chair, you just do one arm, okay? So it would look like this. And if you're doing just the one arm, then you switch. If you are doing both, you keep going. I feel that we should string all of those moves together and we have a nice choreography at the end. We might all become famous. All right, last one on each side. Great. Catch your breath. We're going to do toe touch backwards. So if you're sitting, maybe move forward on your seat a bit so you can bend your knees and bring your toe underneath your chair. So we're doing this, toe touch back, alternating the legs. One more each side. Okay, I'm going to stand to the side of my chair so you can show me. You're going to pretend like you have a little square in front of you, and you're going to touch the toe in and out, alternating each foot. You hold on to your chair for balance. Of course, you could go as fast as you can. Those that don't have any joint problem could even jump in and out, but that's becoming a little bit too intense for our gentle fit class. One more each side. Great. Let's do a bit of boxing. Feet are hip width apart, fists are by the chin. Front jab, one arm. Can do a little twist of the hip forward. Technically, we should have one foot slightly forward, so opposite foot slightly forward, so you get more of that power. Two more. Switching the other foot slightly forward, switching hand. Last one. Great job, everyone. We're going to finish with our kick back. So from the side, it looks like this, bending the leg so you're kicking back. If you're sitting in your chair, I want you to do the heel digs where you touch the heel forward, alternating the legs, okay? Let's do one more on each side. Great. Grab your elastic band if you have it. Grab your weights if that's what you're using. And have a seat on your chair. We're going to start with shoulder flexion. So you're going to put one end of your band flat on the floor, both feet on it so it's got good anchor. You start with your band a little bit on the longer side. You're going to have your elbow straight. As you breathe in, you're going to lift that arm forward. Go as high as you can. Breathing out, control it back down. Don't let that elastic pull you down. Two more. Now you're going to shorten your grip. Elbow stays in, fist is facing forward, bend the elbow. Bicep curls. Two more. Turn your hand facing in, keep that elbow straight. This time, pull your arm towards your back. Shoulder extension. Last one. Release your band from underneath your feet. You hold it about shoulder width apart. Elbows are tucked in. They're bent 90 degrees. Your fists are facing in. You're going to open or stretch it out. Keep your elbows touching your side. External rotation. Very, very good exercise for a small group of muscles called the rotator cuff. I'm sure many of you have heard about rotator cuff injury, or you've suffered rotator cuff injury. If this hurts, of course, you try and only do within your comfort zone. If you don't have shoulder issues, this is a great exercise to do to keep your shoulders stable and strong. Last one. Moving forward a bit on your chair. Flat bend underneath your legs closest to the knees. Cross it over. Good strong grip on either side of your thighs. We start with hip abduction, bringing the knees out and back to center. Again, you control both directions. You don't make or you don't allow that elastic to bring the legs back together. You control it. Make sure you got your nice, straight, good posture. Last one. Knees come up, hip flexion against the band resistance. One more each side. Perfect. Release. Now we got to do the other shoulder. So put the end of your band flat on the ground. Both feet on it to anchor it down. Start with your elastic a little bit longer. Starting with shoulder flexion. Hand is facing in. Breathe in, lift up. Breathing out, control down. If you can't lift all the way up because the elastic is getting too stiff, make it a little bit looser so you can get the full range of motion. Two more times. Perfect. Shorten your grip. Doing bicep curls next. Elbow is in, hand is facing forward. You bend the elbow. Last one. Hand is turning towards your thighs, keeping the elbow straight. Bring the arm towards your back. Shoulder extension. Last one. Great. Go stand behind your chair. We're starting with a bit different version of our knee bends or squat. I'm going to turn sideways. Your feet are a bit wider than your hips. We're doing a tempo squat today, so that means that we're going to go down in 3 sections and go up in 1. So it's going to look like this. You're going to go down, 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 and up. Breathe in, breathe out, and up. In, really stick your hips back, like you're going to sit on a chair. Take note of my knees. They're staying on top of my toes. They're not going beyond. If you're doing this, it means you're going more forward. It's really an up and down. Two more. Great. I really feel it in the legs. I'm sure you are too. Let's do a bit of a core and balance exercise. So we're going to do opposite arm and leg. You're going to do hip extension and arm forward flexion. So you move both at the same time and back to center. Slow and controlled. Perfect. Switching side, opposite arm and leg. Last one. Perfect. And we're going to finish with practicing our single leg balance. So making sure you're close to your chair and it's a sturdy chair that's not going to move away from you. You're going to bend one foot up, so sideways, one foot up, and you grab, focus on something that's not moving, and you want to try and stay standing on your leg. And if you want, you can try and let go of the hands of the chair, but keep them close. Try fingertips only. We're trying to hold on for at least 20 seconds. Not as easy as it seems. We just don't practice that enough once we become adults. And release. Shake the legs out a bit. Ready for the next leg. Get your balance and try to let go of the chair while still keeping your hands close by. Great job. Let it down and shake the legs again. Time to stretch, everyone. Starting with our hamstrings. Sit slightly forward on your chair. Heel is down, toes are pointing up. I'm sitting nice and tall. If you want a bit more stretch behind that leg, lean a bit forward, but keep that back nice and straight. Pointing down, stretching the front of the shin. I guess there's no back of the shin, is there? So the front of your leg or the shin. Release. Other leg. Toes are pointing up, sitting nice and tall. Slight leaning forward if you wish. Pointing down. And release. Shoulder, hand on opposite shoulder, pulling that elbow in. And release. Other side. Release. Shoulder rolls. Great job, everyone. That was a great workout today. Hope you enjoyed it and hope you'll be able to join me again next time. Have a good day.